Hi, hello everyone. My name is Jo and I'm an independent cloud consultant based in Sydney, Australia. This is a series of videos where we will go through questions which are very similar to Azure AI-102 certification. I'll explain in detail each and every options and figure out the correct answer. So if you're preparing for AI-102 certification, join me in this video. Now, a basic knowledge of Azure AI services will help you to better understand these questions. Now, regarding me, I watched one training to prepare for the exam. From watching this training, I got insights on different Azure AI services, what are those services used for, how to create them, and much more. So if you're preparing for your Azure AI-102 certification, I would highly recommend you this training. The link to this training will be given in the description box below. You are developing a contact management chatbot using Azure AI Language Understanding. The FindContact indent help users search for contacts by location. Your manager provides you with the following list of phrases to use for training the model. Find contacts in North Virginia. Who do I know in Sydney? Search for contacts in Melbourne. You need to implement these phrases in language understanding to improve the model. What should you do? You create a new utterance for each phrase in the find contact indent. You create a new indent for location. You create a new entity for the domain. You create a new pattern in the find contact indent. Now let us break down the question. What are the keywords present in the question? So the question is regarding an Azure AI language understanding service. And this language understanding model is meant to help users for finding contacts by location. Now we have more training data. How will we incorporate these new training data to improve our model? That is the question. Now the indent of the model is find contact. Our model is trained based on the find contact indent. So first of all, we have to understand what is a conversational language understanding model and what is an indent. Now let us get into the documentation. So Azure AI language service is used for understanding and analyzing input text. So it contains mainly three features. One is text analytics for analyzing text. The next is Q&A maker, or currently known as custom question answering. And then there is LUIS or CLU, which is conversational language understanding. So question is regarding a conversational language understanding model. Now, what is a conversational language understanding? So, as the name suggests, it is used for end-to-end conversational application. So, in the case of a conversational model, there are a few terms we need to know. One is utterance. So, utterance is the user input to the model. The model should take this input and need to interpret this input and provide the response accordingly. So, that is what is utterance. Utterance is the input from the user. Now, what is an indent? So, indent is the action the model has to perform. For example, these are utterances like book me a flight to Rio next week. That is an input instruction from the user. That is an utterance. And fly me to Rio on the 24th. This is another pattern of the similar utterance. And from these utterance, the model have to identify the indent, which is book flight. So, when we are developing a conversational language understanding model, we have to train it with custom indents. For example, in this case, book flight is the custom indent, and we have to provide example utterances for that indent. The utterance can be in various format, but the indent is the same. So it can be any one of this. So as much as example utterances we are providing to the model will be very accurate. So we have to train the model with large amount of utterances to make it accurate. And then there is a non-indent where we'll provide unrelated utterances. Like if the model is meant to book flight, all the other utterances like buy me a pizza, get me a cookie recipe, all are not related to the model. So such utterances will provide in the non-indent and train the model. So the model can respond accordingly. Like the model can say, sorry, I don't know, I'm not able to do this. So the model can respond like that. So in our case, the custom indent of the model is find contact. And we have to train the model with sample utterances. So as many as the utterances we provide, the model will be more accurate. So these are the new phrases which we have. Now these are the different versions of FindContact intent. Like the user can ask find contact in North Virginia, or the user can ask who do I know in Sydney. But the action the model have to perform is the same. The model have to find contact in these locations for the user. So the user can format the question in any manner. So the model should be able to identify differently formatted question. So we have to add more utterances to the FindContact intent and train the model to improve it. So the first option is you create a new utterance for each phrase in the FindContact intent. That is exactly we have to do. So in the FindContact intent, we have to add all these phrases and train the model, retrain the model and republish it so we can improve the model. Now next is you create a new indent for location. So again, as I said, indent is the action the model has to perform. So location is not an indent. Location is an entity. Here in this case, the indent is find contact. So there's no need of creating an indent for location. That won't improve the model. Next is you create a new entity for the domain. Again, that doesn't improve the model in this context because we have to train the model with our new phrases, and these phrases have to be added in the FindContact indent. So this option is also incorrect. Then you create a new pattern in the FindContact indent. Again, this option will not serve the purpose in this context. So the correct answer is option A. We have to create a new utterance for each phrase in the FindContact indent and retrain the model and republish the model to improve it. If you find this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.